Wagwan YouTube wanna deal with it. I know it's your boy Davinci from Davinci Studios back at it again with another tutorial. You feel me? And guys, this time I'm back again with a visual effects tutorial. The name of this little concept, it's a basic concept. Almost every graphic designer knows it. It's putting planets in the skies. If you guys see, we putting planets up in them skies. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, but I just call it strato because we have the stratosphere and stuff like that. I call it strato. That's the name of the teaser. So you guys just go and check out the teaser, and when you come back, I'll show you guys how to make this. All right. Alright, welcome back guys. Yeah, I know it was pretty simple of a tutorial. It still looked good. Well, I think it looked good. So yeah, what I'm gonna say is guys, the first thing that I really observed is that whenever you record your footage, you want to get a lot of sky and you don't want to get a lot of clouds in your sky. So all of these are over here are all just stock footage off the internet. I'm just gonna use this one with the desert. If you realize it's all I color corrected it in the final piece as well. But we have a nice clean sky here. We have like half of the footage being just sky, and then the remaining section being terrain. So the first thing that we're gonna do here, we're going to track our camera, and tracking our camera is basically, just whenever the video is being created, the videographer or the cinematographer, he held the camera with his hand or on a tripod or on a crane or wherever, and just the exact action, we are going to want that whenever we're using 3D assets on top of our 3D footage. So that is basically what this is all about. We're going to try and recreate all of that cam action so that whenever we have or 3D assets on here, they will all react to the camera the exact way they're supposed to. So we're gonna hit right click and hit track camera, and then this plugin is gonna come up and it's going to try and track your camera as best as possible. Now guys, this is kind of a tricky type of plugin, so I do wish and tell you guys that you guys should go and do some reading on 3D camera tracker so that you can know whenever you're recording footage the best way how to record your footage so that your track will come out perfect. All right, I will just jump to when this is finished. Alright guys, it has just finished, the camera tracker. All of these camera track points, I'll teach you guys about them sometime. It's just really just finding good track points on your footage that you can place objects inside of your scene, but not right now. We're not going to really use those. All we really want right now is just to create our 3D camera. Or 3D camera is just really 3D tracker camera is just really just the camera that the I guess the virtual camera inside of the software that they tried to imitate what the real camera did while this footage was being recorded, as I stated. Now it's now time for us to throw in 3D assets inside of this footage here, and I'm just gonna show you guys how easy I did that. I just used really moon assets from off Google. I just downloaded really HD images off Google, and then I just got these images. Look at them, they're really large in HD. Just gonna scale it down here, and just this, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to use this and place this inside of my scene and make it look like I made a large planet. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is to take away this black background. It's fully black, so I can just use Luma key. There's not, the blacks on the image aren't that black, so I can use Luma key and take out what's darker. I put at about 4, and there you go, it's all gone. It's now alphaed out, and we have just the planet. Now we're gonna toggle our switches guys, and if we look at this checkbox right under this cube here, this is for a 3D layer. If this checkbox is not checked, then it's a 2D layer, or unless the plugin is 3D or whatever. But right now this is a 2D layer. I'm going to check this checkbox, and automatically it will react and act like it's a 3D layer. Now what you realize guys is automatically we kind of see that it's kind of a knockoff 3D layer. It doesn't really have any sides and stuff like that, so or 3D volume. So what we're gonna do to fix that is we're gonna right click, we're gonna go to transform and go auto orient, and we're gonna go orient towards camera. We're gonna hit OK, and that basically is gonna say that every time this layer moves, it will always be facing the camera no matter what. And that is exactly what we want from something that is gonna be really large, out in space. Because in this tutorial, I want you guys to analyze things and to realize that we're trying to recreate a celestial body, a really large mass object in space. And something that is very far away from the camera, like a planet, will react differently from something that is very closer in perspective. So how we're going to do that, we're going to hit P on our keyboard, and we're going to push it all the way out in Z to say a value, say 5,000. And that right there will make it react very like a very large object in space, not too fast and not too slow. I saw the value 5,000 working pretty much for me. So what I'm saying, guys, now that we have our body out there, we're gonna scale it up back to the size that we actually want it to be, because pushing it away is gonna make it a little bit smaller. We're gonna put it right here, but we actually just want a section of this moon, not all of it. We're just gonna cut it off and use our mask tool by hitting G. This pen tool here can be used for a lot of things, but we're gonna use it today for masking. Gonna click our layer and then just cut out the sections of it that we want. We're gonna click and drag to bring up this Bezier curve, and just click here, make this Control Z. Gonna make this one a little bit more curvy here. Alright, and we're gonna move this one just down a bit. Alright, we don't want this half, we want the other section. We're gonna hit M and go invert it. Alright, we're gonna hit Control Shift H to take off our controls there, and we're gonna hit F and go about 500. Guys, I kind of want to make a little stop here just to explain something to you. Now guys, if you guys have realized, I'm kind of going a little bit slow, and I've been getting a lot of feedback on my tutorials where some people are saying that I'm moving too fast, and some people are saying that I'm moving too slow. So I really want both parties to really get in here. So what I've done is I've initiated the beginner series for people who don't know anything about After Effects and want to take the time to learn the technicalities, like the keys and the tools and how they're used at a slower pace. But these normal tutorials are really for people who have some form of ideas about the tools and how to, the keys and shortcuts, and they just really want to learn how to do certain concepts that they really have no knowledge about. So it's really more about the concept and not really, the actual learning about the software. So if you guys are having difficulties in, following this, just take a step and go over to the beginner series. I have one tutorial over there so far. You guys should go over there and just learn a thing or two, and then come back here and see if you have a larger idea on how I did some of the stuff. All right, let's get back in. We're gonna hit V on our keyboard to just move this over. I don't really like how the color arrangement on this moon is set, so I'm going to change the transfer mode. We're gonna toggle our switches again and go from normal to screen. And just like that, I really like this look that it gave it. Or you can even go add, guys, it's whatever you guys want. All right, we're gonna go screened up, but it's really whatever you guys want, and that's it. This is a 3D planet, well situated inside of your footage, just like that. And it's almost like you actually videoed it. We can duplicate it. This is how easy. Hold on, Control Z there. This is Control Z. Sorry. We have the wrong layer selected. This is how easy it is to create a second planet. We just scale it down to say 50, and that's it. A second planet, guys. And we can even create another one, just to give a nice movie grade look. Scale this one up a touch, or scale it down if you guys want. It's really whatever you guys want. In movies they have like tons of planets just laying around. All right, there you go. And they're all moving with their camera as if they were actually in the real footage. Now we're gonna do a little bit of color grading, guys, by clicking a new adjustment layer, going CC. We're gonna use Lumetri color, and we're gonna double click on the layer. We're gonna double click on the effect so that it goes on the layer. We're gonna just do a thing or two, but this section, the tutorial is basically over, but this section of the tutorial is just up to you. Different people have different likings on what they'd like the look of the footage to look like. So I'm just darkening my blacks here. We're gonna add a touch of fade, desaturated to say 90, and we're gonna, in the shadows, we want the shadows to look a little purple. Just give it a nice little purple grade, just like that. We can also heighten the exposure to say, 7 or so to give a bright shot. And that's it, guys. We here have, planets instead of for footage, and it looks like this is how it was shot, because everything is looking pretty dope. But guys, if you guys realize in the teaser I had stars and stuff like that, I created the stars by using trap code particular. You guys should cop that because I kind of use it a lot in my tutorials. All right, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. It's d_ab. Whatever, it's on the screen, guys. Go check me out, go follow me on Instagram. You guys can see me post there a lot, and you guys can have a better opportunity to talk to me and reach out to me. You guys should just like this video if you think I did a really good job on it, and if you guys want more quick tutorials. For other people who have something to say, tell me if this was helpful to you, or you have something to say in regards to this tutorial. Drop a comment to let me know what you think about it, or just overall let me know if I did a good job or not. You know what I mean? And guys, finally, just remember to subscribe. I really need the subscribers, guys. It really gives me a lot more influence, and that's exactly what I need to try and educate a lot more people out in these streets. All right. Bless up on yourself and fall back for the next tutorial, you see me? Cutting out.